Dennis Gicheru is my name, the Chief Executive Officer, Wazito Football Club. I'm privileged today to visit the Westlands Goalkeepers Academy. It's a very good initiative for people who have played football with, and so I felt twice to come and visit them, at least give them a bit of motivation, because basically I've been there before, we've been here before, we've trained here before with the likes of Farouk, Matasi, and I've seen what hard work really pays off. And so I thought of giving a bit of motivation and supporting my brother Philip Odhiambo, who played football with for a very long time. And I mean, it's one of the best things that Westlands can do. It's one of the first things that we've had. We've never had a goalkeeping academy before, and mine is to keep motivating the young boys that the sky is the limit, and also the connection between how you play football and your schooling life, because I can see most of them are still in school. So as well, to motivate them that education is as important as sports. So mine is to be very grateful to the management of the academy for giving me the opportunity, and to wish them well in the future endeavors. Yeah, I started playing football in Kangemi. Of course, Kangemi Youth Academy was my home for a very long time. After that, I joined several professional clubs, first being Posta Rangers. Then I joined Wazito Football Club. I left Wazito for a short period, then went to KCB, then went back to Wazito, because of course by then I was doing my law degree. So ideally, unfortunately, around mid-2019, I suffered a knee injury. My meniscus tendon got torn, so I had to go to undergo a surgery. But then when I was still going on, the management, because of my education and everything, so the management approached me to take up an administrative role. That is how I ended up becoming the CEO of Wazito Football Club.
To the young generation, how did you end up jogging out between football and your schooling life?
Of course, that is self-motivational. That is something that is self-driven. There's nobody who can push you to doing some of these things. So for me, throughout my high school, throughout my primary school, it was always a question of balancing between football and education, because I knew that footballing life is quite a short career. And basically, it being short, I needed to think outside the box and how I'm going to live if I retire or if I get a sustaining injury. And truth be told, that happened, and that is why actually I came back, took up this role, because of my educational background.
With a good example given at Wazito, how would you encourage other Premiership clubs to turn up to be professional like Wazito?
Yeah, I believe the only thing to do is to basically do things right, basically be straight, basically approach your players the way they should be approached, be friendly, but make sure you differentiate between you as a manager and the friendship outside the field. But then again, is to always develop a good strategy, develop a good model around marketing, around player recruitment, around player sustainability. That is basically coming up with good youthful sides. And again, the only way you can give confidence to an investor if only you're doing the things straight. And that is one motivation that I would like maybe other Premier League clubs to look at and do things straight, and everything will be okay. We'll attract the sponsors that we need.
One attitude that you boast is humbleness. Coming from Kangemi slums, how did you manage that?
Yeah, of course, I relate with my friends, with everyone very well. It's a trait that my late mother gave me, and she used to encourage me that no matter where you'll go, always look at the people behind you. And humility is one of the aspects that I basically carry throughout my place, throughout everywhere I go. And yeah, I think it has contributed a lot to where I am today.
What's the future for Dennis?
Dennis is a football administrator, of course. Big seats around the country, big seats around the world, FIFA itself and FKF itself. So those are aspirations that I look at. Dennis is a lawyer, of course. Dennis is a big advocate in the near future. So those are basically aspirations that I look at in the near future.
FKF election?
It's still in a shamble, but I believe that the only way we can forge a good direction for Kenyan football for stakeholders to sit down and formulate a way that we can harmonize all the differences, because everything around the football elections is all about historical differences. But if we can sit around and bury historical differences, then Kenya will basically have the best of the presidents.
As Wazito, do you have a youth team?
That is in the pipeline. Basically, Corona has really affected those plans, because we had started a model where we are going around schools to try and come up with a small side, youthful sides. And that is why actually we are saying even meet here today, because I know at some point we'll need the young goalkeepers coming to join us. So it was a strategy already had developed, but Corona happened, so schools closed. And of course, most of these youthful people, will meet them in schools. So the strategy was going around schools and trying to get the youthful players so that we come, assemble them, do a clinic, do a clinic, then set up the academy, recruit the right players for the right feeder into the Wazito senior team.
Thank you and all the best.
Thank you very much.